Hello, 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 beautiful, amazing souls, and welcome to our Friday night tarot and chill in the Cove with the amazing Amanda and myself, Kristen Pinoke. Super excited to be here with you guys on this Friday night space where we're going to just share some good old fashioned Friday night vibes of chilling in the Cove. And tonight, Spirit has guided me into a space of feeling called to share some past life messages. So we're going to mix in some spirit messages with some past life messages and just be open to see what it is that we are here to receive today. And as always, I would be super honored to share some gratitude to get us started and a lesson from the week. I felt called to share a lesson too. So Amanda, if you feel called, do your thing. But my gratitude for this week is for the ability to move through challenges with optimism. Like, I really think that is something that I have cultivated over time, that I have gotten better and better at every challenge I meet. I strive to find the optimism and the inspiration to move through it rather than getting stuck. And sometimes I still allow myself to get stuck for a while, and I think it's in those moments that it's really good because you get to get down in the nitty gritty of your stuckness and see like what's keeping you there, and then being able to take the action to step forward to step out of it and into whatever it is that you're calling in. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to see where my stuckness is so that I may become free to move. And I'm also really, really grateful for my soul family and the connections that we share. I cannot stress enough every week. You guys are such joy and light in my life. And I know that my day and my existence would not be the same without you guys. So thank you for being here and thank you for showing up and for sharing your unique light in the world. And I just want to give a little shout out to Amanda. It was her birthday yesterday. So if you missed our birthday celebration and you want to send Amanda some extra love, please feel free to wish her a happy birthday in the chat. And if you're on the replay, we watch the replay, so you can still send her love and we'll be grateful for it. So, and a huge happy Friday to everybody. Hi, Charlie. Oh, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Jen. Hi, Lala. And passing the talking stick over to Amanda.
So, sticking to the birthday theme, I'm grateful for everyone who showed up yesterday to celebrate my birthday with me. I'm also grateful to everyone who was celebrating with me in spirit, even though they couldn't make it for the celebration. I still felt it and I appreciate it. My lesson this week has been an interesting week because of the birthday energies and it being my personal new year. So I treat it the same way as most people treat New Year's Eve. And I went through this whole cleansing process the night before my birthday, and then basically spent my birthday setting the tone for the next year. And all of the wonderful random things that came in yesterday, and it's really been just allowing the universe to bring things in the way that they're meant to come in, and not trying to control everything, not trying to control anything at all, just receiving and finally being in that energy where I'm just sitting back and letting things come to me and allowing my discernment to dictate which opportunities I need to take and which opportunities I need to leave. So that's really been my lesson this week, is allowing myself to sit in that energy and let things happen naturally as they're supposed to happen.
Love that, Amanda. Yes, always grateful. I I just, it's like I feel like birthday energy can be so transformative, but it can also leave you with like just this big wave of transformation. I love how you mentioned it being like a new year for you. And you said yesterday in the Zoom call, you talked about how like the energy that you embody on your birthday is the energy that you set forth for you for the rest of your year until you turn the next age. And I love that. I love embodying that energy. And it was really cool to see you just really embracing that. And I can't wait to see how this next year just unfolds for you. And I think it's going to be peaceful, fun, and filled with opportunities. So yay for birthdays, yay for transitions, and super excited to see how it all unfolds. So
It's happening. It started. It's happening.
yes, 2023 is going to be big. I can feel it, feeling it in my bones. We're all going to come together in 2023. I definitely feel that. That's happening for sure. So super excited. Well, I'm really feeling called to dive into the messages tonight. So let's give ourselves a moment to just find our center and ground our energies before we get started. So if you feel called and you would like to join in for the meditation, please feel free to allow yourself to find a comfortable position. And we're just going to roll our shoulders a little bit, maybe scrunch them up to your ears and let them fall all the way down. And just kind of shake them around a little bit, like you have noodle arms, like your arms are spaghetti and you're trying to see if it's done yet. Is it done? Is your spaghetti done? I think, yeah, my spaghetti's done. Okay, anyways. Little laughter practice is always good. So, all right, whenever you're ready, let's allow ourselves to straighten our spine, drop our shoulders, and begin to imagine a lotus flower unfolding on the crown of your head. And we're going to drink in a beautiful silver light through the center of the lotus and into the crown, through the third eye, and moving this silver energy down into your throat, into your heart, expanding through your chest, moving down your arms, through your ribs, dancing this glittery, sparkling light through your organs, the heart, the lungs, kidneys, the liver, reproductive organs, the stomach, the intestines, and ending down at the base of your spine at the root center. And I invite you to imagine the silver light spreading through your arms and down your legs, into the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. And we're going to imagine now your entire body glowing like a light and turning it brighter and brighter with each breath you take. And as this light grows, I invite you to imagine a beautiful bubble of energy forming around you. And you can imagine yourself sitting in the center of this bubble of energy and allow it to be still and silent, free from any distractions or outside noises. And in this space, I invite you to slow your breathing down, take gentler breaths, and imagine filling this bubble around you with love, peace, joy, contentment, and maybe a dash of inspiration, encouragement. And I invite you to place your hand over your heart, your other hand over your tummy, Just remind yourself that you are whole, you are complete, you are loved just as you are here in this now moment. And you can wrap your arms gently around yourself, saying, thank you, body. Thank you, self. Thank you, mind. Thank you, spirit, for being here today, for giving yourself the opportunity to play. And thanking spirit for the messages that come through in the most divine way, with authenticity and love. We're just going to take one final moment to bring our awareness to the base of our spine at the root center. Maybe wiggle your hips around just a little bit, really feeling your energy down into this area. And I invite you to take a couple of breaths in your own space, breathing this energy down through your legs and into the earth like roots. And reaching these roots strong and wide through the layers of rock and clay until you reach all the way down to the core of the earth. And just taking another gentle breath, welcoming the love of Mother Gaia and the connection to our ancestors, past, present, and future. Breathing this energy back up into our heart centers with a nice deep breath in. And exhale, releasing any remaining blockages or energy that's stagnant. And before we open our eyes, I invite you to bring forward one color, just a color, whatever comes to you in this moment is good. Just take note of what it is. And in your own time, in your own space, whenever you're ready, you can begin to bring your awareness back into this now moment, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, wiggling your knees and your nose, and opening your eyes whenever you are ready. Thank you all so much for joining me today in this healing space. I invite you to take note of what the color was that came forward for you. Your color, whatever it was, is representative to the chakra point that is your superpower. And your ancestors are guiding you to be able to empower you to utilize the superpower that is hidden within this energy center to move forward along your path. So if you guys want a little more guidance on that, I'm sure it'll come through. You feel free to reach out if you'd like. Amanda, you said yours was orange. That's the sacral. So that's you having some really creative energy to tap into, some really passionate, creative energy to do some things with, to create with. So.
Yeah, I gotta fill you in on some things that go on.
Okay. Mine was green, the heart center. Being able to expand my heart and open my heart. You guys, I have a giant heart and it has gotten hurt many, many times over the years. And so it has been like, I feel like Shrek unpeeling the onions of the layers of my heart. You know, the more I go, the more I feel. And it's been a journey. So who said? Jen said yellow. So that's your sacral, Jen. So that's being able to take action on the things that you know you can do and feeling empowered to do the things that you are here to do. So Mike said, I can hear the walls breathing. Okay. Indigo, deep shade of blue. Yep, that's the third eye. You got it. So Mike, your third eye is opening and deepening, and you're probably in a really spiritually awakening phase of evolving what it is that you're seeing into a better understanding of the 3D experience. And I feel like you're actually going to be learning some things that are going to be stuff that you teach later on. So just take into account everything you're going through right now and trust your process, trust your flow. But yeah, third eye.
I'm a little bit amused because this just came today too.
Ooh, Amanda. I love that. Is it a necklace or is it just a trinket?
No, it's just a selenite wand.
I love it.
Goes on it.
Oh, yes. That's funny. All right. Well, are we ready to dive into these messages? Because I've got some really good ones. Seeing as how our past life is coming through.
Oh boy, is it.
Okay. All right. Well, the first thing that I feel that we should just all remember real quick before we go into these collective past life readings is that take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because this is a collective reading, which can get there's a lot of things that I'll see, so I will do my very best to deliver it in a way that resonates with everyone, but you'll get your own things when I'm saying it. It will activate thoughts and feelings and inspirations. Just trust that as you go. But the really big thing that our guides and our angels want us to remember is the gratitude that we hold for everything that we have walked through. And what they're showing me is just in this lifetime, recently, my path, I have experienced some things that in the past would have been very triggering and would have thrown me off my course. And I've seen myself meet these challenges with a grace that I never knew I was going to have, but I hoped one day I would have. I dreamed one day I would have. And so it's being able to see that sometimes it's important to remember where we've come from so that we can know just the power, the true essence of where we are right now. And just to read what it says, focus on the things that you do have rather than the things you don't or can't have. Gratitude is another form of prayer. Practice daily, appreciate everything and everyone in your life. So our past life wisdom that is coming through involves a past life version of you. And in this lifetime, it was your devotion in life to create your art, your craft, whatever it is that you were meant to do. It was what you fully did. What I'm seeing is that it was like from the time you were a child, you found this passion, you had the time and space to be able to dedicate and focus to it. And by the time you were a young adult, you were an expert, a master in it. And towards the middle-aged life, you were very successful at being able to share this gift and this craft. But eventually, your hands began to wear and your fingers began to ache. Your mind began to slip and you forget the details of the things. And so your trade, your craft, whatever it is that you created, didn't hold the same value that it once did. And this broke your heart. This made you feel like you were not worthy, or not, like your whole life's efforts had been for nothing because you couldn't maintain. And so in this lifetime, you spent the last phase of your life kind of just being grumpy, and sad and frustrated and ungrateful for all of the blessings that you had obtained in life, because it was for nothing because you couldn't keep it up forever. And so in this lifetime, you have the opportunity to kind of release that karma and be able to see how things are beautiful just as they are. You can have success, you can experience something beautiful, and it could fizzle out and be done, and it's not going to crush you. It's not going to be the end of your world, not in this lifetime. Not in this lifetime. So being able to see that, I think the biggest message from that really is you do have something very special and unique to you to deliver to the world. And because you have the ability to see the specialness for what it is in each moment, in each phase, you really have the ability to bring this into full fruition. But you are clearing a bit of karma around that gratitude and being able to really bring that abundance and blessings for what you can cultivate into each step of abundance that you bring forward. Okay, slash into a different timeline because this feels like a different timeline message. And this one's totally, I'm really feeling medieval vibes from this. Really feeling medieval vibes from this, but this could all, I also do see like you could have, I'm almost seeing like when Christ was alive, that time frame, Roman Empire as well. So like I said, collective messages, so it's a little spread. But point being, we have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands and the Hierophant. So in this lifetime, you're either going to resonate with the Queen of Swords or the Knight of Wands. If you are resonating with the Queen of Swords, you were someone who was either royalty or someone who held high status within society. You had a lot of responsibilities to your people as well as to your family. And there was a lot of weight placed upon your shoulder due to the expectations that had been passed down on to you from your lineage. But this timeline has so much ancient wisdom in it because of the wisdom that was passed down from these timelines. It's almost, this is so silly, but it's almost like they're showing me the House of the Dragon, the new TV show. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's great, but it's based off of Game of Thrones. But it's the Targaryen girl that is meant to be the queen is given a secret passed on from her father the king, and he got it passed on from his father the king, and so it's like passed on from king to king to king, and only the king knows. And because she has this information and she gets given it at when she was like a young kid, and she holds it forever, and she's the only one that can know until her next successor. But it's this heavy weight that she has to hold, but she also knows it sets her apart. It keeps her not value, but it reminds her of her why. So long story short, about why this is important right now is because you may feel burdened, you may feel overwhelmed, or like, gosh, like maybe you just feel tired, like you just want to put your sword down and your crown down and walk away and be done because you've been wearing it for a long time, because you've been feeling the weight of wearing it for lifetimes, because it's not just your lifetimes you're feeling, it's your ancestors' lifetimes that you're feeling. This is so important though, because you're carrying this wisdom and you're sharing it with the world, and you're clearing that timeline of the feeling like this burden, this heaviness, this weight, and opening up into the magical experience that you get to have because of the lineage that you hold. Okay, now slash over to the Knight of Wands. If this is the energy that you resonate with, I'm going to show you the Queen and the Hierophant. Queen of Wands. Where is she? There she is. Queen of Wands and the Hierophant. And then this Knight of Wands. You were a sort of nomad, a sort of traveler. You had a community that you would touch back in with maybe every couple of years. Maybe you were the one that they sent out to deliver messages to other civilizations, other groups of communities. But point being, you saw many beautiful things and many ways of existing. You experienced a very diverse life. So your perspective is very unique and special. But and it didn't bother you in that lifetime, but you were alone most of the time. You got to go to cities and share really beautiful, amazing experiences with groups of people, but you spent a lot of your time traveling alone. And so this lifetime, you have this deep yearning, this craving for companionship. But because you have such a unique perspective, it's not easy for you to find just any companion. You're searching for someone very specific. You may not even quite know what that is, but the reason why this is important for you is because your travels will take you to exactly where you're meant to be in this life. Trust this adventurer spirit within you that is guiding you to do certain things or go to certain places or experience certain situations, because this is going to guide you into that companionship that your soul is longing for. So that's the Knight of Wands energy. And that's all I have. I'm going to pass to Amanda now and give a really high, quick shout out to Jessica for joining. Thanks, Jess. Okay, Amanda, all you.
Okay, so apparently I resonated with the knight instead of the queen. And I just saw Mike write down gypsy vibes, which is really funny because I was talking yesterday about how I felt like a gypsy most of my life, this life. So I have two different messages as well. I got a deck of affirmation cards for my birthday. So I wanted to start with an affirmation for everyone. So it is this one here. And it says, when I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. So that is the affirmation for everyone today. Now, for the message, this message goes with the night as well. And as soon as Kristen started her message, I understood this message a little bit better. So this is definitely from anyone that resonated with that night energy. So I got in the vastness of it all. And then, and is it lonely or at night? So my message is less from that life, and it's more the energy that you carried and the energy and the lessons that you carried from that life into this life. So basically what needs to be worked on in this life from that life. And that is that that feeling of being alone. So the message I'm getting from these cards is just this recognition of the world being such a large place and not really understanding your place in it just yet, and just feeling, even if you're surrounded by people, just feeling like you're completely alone. Not necessarily lonely, just alone. And the message that I'm getting is that's that's what needs to be worked through in this lifetime, is just being able to be comfortable in that aloneness, but also recognizing that you're not actually alone. And that even though the planet is very, very large and there's so much of it to explore, you can find people everywhere, especially this day and age with, like, we're all in different countries for the most part, and we can talk to each other whenever we want through the internet, which is what we're doing right now. So it's so easy to find people, and the global community has become so small that even if we're hundreds and thousands of miles apart, we can still connect whenever we need to. So that's really what the message is that's coming through, is just being able to find that connection anywhere you go, and being able to take that with you, even if you're completely by yourself or you're in a group of people where you're not feeling connected to those people in that moment. You still have your connections that you can take with you. That's it.
Love that, Amanda. Thank you. You did a great job. Yeah, I sprung on Amanda. I was like, by the way, past life readings tonight. Outstretch our comfort zone. Let's go. Let's go. Yay. I feel like I've always sought magic in a magical world. Yes, Mike, totally. Also, shout out to Bradley. Hi, Bradley. Welcome. Thanks for joining us in the Cove. And if you're on my TikTok and you want to join us on YouTube, feel free to click the link in my profile and do so. I've got TikTok set up tonight on a really weird, well, it's not weird, but it's just utilizing my graphic, and it's not what I usually do, but we're playing tonight in all kinds of different ways. So, all right. I have one more past life message, and then that's it. What I want to do is I have a couple other just like real random messages. I'm not sure how they're going to fall in here, and then I want to open up the space for past life guidance for everyone that's here. So just because, like I said, I'm really focused on that past life energy, but it's hard to do collective past life, y'all, because we have wide variety of past lives, so it's harder to be generic. So let's do personal past life readings. For those of you that are here tonight that would like one, please feel free to drop a 333 down in the chat so Amanda and I know who is looking for those. Those are only for the people that are live on YouTube with us now. So, all right, last collective message. Love this message, by the way. If I was going to say I wanted to ask for a perfect message, this would be it. Okay, that's not true, but genuinely, it's really good. I pulled this one from my Shadowscapes tarot deck by Stephanie Pui Moon Lao. And I love this deck because all of these images are actually paintings that she's created that are turned into tarot cards. So the bottom deck energy is the Lovers. And this particular Lovers card is pretty enchanting. You see this really beautiful, and this is past life love energy to the T, because there is no timeline you can even put on this. This is past love that is over many timelines and many lifetimes, that does not hold boundaries or limits, but it continues to expand as time goes. So this is a story of love. This is a story of love that brings happiness and joy into every life that you come together and share in whatever ways that you do. This past life love is free from karmic ties or debts. It's a choice made in love every time. There will be challenges that arise between this connection. There will be snakes, so to speak, that try to distract or deter you because it's a choice made in love. And a choice made in love will always be just that, a choice. But there's also a lot of playful, fun, and divine energy supporting and encouraging the growth. And for whoever this resonates for, I have been seeing lilies everywhere. Lilies, white lilies specifically, but and for me that brings up the lilies of the valley, which is in Ireland. And so just being able to see that there's phases of wisdom that this connection will unlock for you within this lifetime. And right now, do we want to dive? All right. Do we want to dive into what what this past life love was, or do we want to know how it's relevant now? Or we want both? Oh, okay. Both, yeah, okay. Okay. So this past life love was, I'm almost, okay, this is, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm seeing two very androgynous people, like very feminine and masculine. Like you might have been one day someone who, was just absolutely feminine to the T and just exuded this divine energy. And then other days you might have played masculine. And I'm seeing very well like dressing and acting and looking like both. But point being is that this life, you both played both roles. There was no, I am the man, you are the woman, this is how I act, this is how you act. It was very much a free, it was like, wow, it was like a connection where you always knew you had each other, but you were free to express and explore the world around you as you felt called, with that trust and love and knowing that the other person had your heart and love in mind as they traveled. Which is unconventional, but it worked for you for a while until it didn't. And then there became a time where one of the parties started needing more solo time, less companionship, and more soul growth, which was needed. But it caused an imbalance and a level of mistrust and questioning about the past and what had happened and how things actually were. And it looks like this lifetime there was also a lot of struggle with finances and abundance. Not abundance in the way that we experience it in the world, but specifically when it comes to your financial well-being. They're not showing me how this lifetime ends, but they are showing me that you have the opportunity. It's almost like maybe this is, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but there's a perspective of believing that all time is happening at all times. So what is happening, you're here right now, but you're also still here in this past life. And so it's almost like what they're showing me is that this past life hasn't ended yet because it's still happening in tandem with this life that we're experiencing now. And so you're kind of writing the ending of this life as we're moving in this one. A choice made in love. Remember that. It's a choice made in love. It will always be a choice made in love. I don't see this ever being like we get married and we say we're till death do we part, and then we get fat and old and ugly together, and it's not, it's a I love you and I am with you and we are connected and I am married to you in my soul. Like it goes beyond defined terms of of this reality, but it works. And what I see for right now is that both counterparts are still stuck in this independent energy of being, sorry, I keep holding up the world card. I want to just show you guys because it's beautiful. But what I see is that you have this masculine energy that is very much in this magician mode of create and do and focus on moving forward, trusting their intuition, trusting their ability to create and do the things that they've always done, while really trusting and walking with spirit guiding them. And then you have a feminine energy who's more sitting on the energy that they've cultivated and kind of the ability to move in any direction that they want, but they also have this like small army backing them up and defending them and empowering them to move forward. And then what ties the two together is the Justice card. But the Justice card came in reverse. And so, it's like I said, it's unsure because it comes in with the World. And so it's like, how is this going to play out? Is it going to be, either way, however you look at it, justice will be had. Like things will happen exactly as they're meant to. But I think the big focus to connect the two, because the card that's left in my hand is the Six of Pentacles, is focusing on that financial abundance and growing that and being able to let that be kind of what brings you together. Are there any more cards that are going to give me guidance here? Because I feel like there's more lilies in this world. There's a death of something that is happening. Surrender it completely. Utilize the energies of the moon to do so. And water. But there's definitely a death of something that needs to just be released. Okay, gotta just do it. And what to the masculine specifically, keep cultivating, but really masculine, you need to see the power you hold. You need to see your ability to create. You need to see yourself as the magician. Like you're doing the things, but you need to really allow yourself to see, like shine that mirror back on yourself. And feminine, don't utilize this army as like a wall, okay? First of all, it's not an army to defend you. It's an army to move things forward. It's an army of love, okay? And I'm also seeing that yellow willpower, ability to take action and move, but you're sitting still. So just know, feminine, you have the ability to move in any direction you want. It's a choice made in love. But don't forget your worth. Don't forget your power. Don't put it down for anything. This is like this is such standoff energy right now. Like I don't even know. I want more. Okay, I'm gonna pull a few more from the deck. I just need a few more. Amanda, do you have okay, good.
No, I had a vision. When you said lilies, I had a vision and I got to tell you about it before you pull more because it was just like mind blowing. I'm a little bit rusty on my Shakespeare, so I think it's Ophelia. But as soon as you said lilies, I saw her laying in the river, covered in the flowers. And then you said it's a death of something. And then you said water, and you kept seeing lilies. And that's all I could see was her floating down the river after having died, just covered in the flowers.
Okay, that's interesting. That's reminding me of whenever, do you remember that cardinal, that hollowed out cardinal? I held a ceremony for it down by the river, or well, it was by the creek, but she was hollowed out, and I don't know why that's like giving me the same vibes right now. So it's like, feminine, surrender to the flow. Just surrender to the flow. What are lilies? What do lilies represent?
Death.
They represent death.
Yeah.
But they also represent hope and the future to come. But yes.
Lilies are death in means of the death card is death. So it's a renewal. But lilies represent the death of something.
Okay, spirits got a little bit more, and then I'm done with this. This is, I need to just do a reading for this. Okay, we have the tower in reverse. Okay, so the tower is over, the death is over. You've already died. Your body is already floating down the river with the lilies placed on it. Your body is dead, done, died, gone down the river. And your spirit lives on in the body that you now exist within, okay? This is so morbid. But man, it's like you have so much wisdom inside of you of how to create moving forward because of the dead versions of you. And I just can't stress how powerful you are. I can't stress how much of it. This is the world card in another deck. So, oh wait, this is the world. What did we have earlier? The wheel. I said it was the world earlier. It's the wheel. So new beginnings, new opportunities. But this, the world. Look at this beautiful witch, fae, wizard, lightworker, healer, amazing lady staring her third eye into this globe. She's not even paying attention to where she's going. She is moving through the forest of the night with the trust of each step guiding her, with the free from her karmic ties, but still holding on to the ribbons to remind herself of the strength and of the encouragement and of the wisdom that has been given to her to move forward. And if you are ever in doubt, if you are ever in worry or wonder or fear of how to move forward from this new version of you that you know, that because the old has passed, lean into your ancestors, lean into your guides, ask your guides for messages, be specific because they want to share with you. It's like, I'm always reminded, like, your angels, they've got your back literally 24/7, okay? 24/7. They're like right beside you. They can't do anything until you open your mouth or your mind and of your own free will ask. Your guides are the same. They cannot help you. They are with you. They are there. They see you. They support you. They send you their love, but they can't actually do shnikes until you initiate. So initiate is the first message. Also, there might just be a lot of pain. There might just be a lot of pain involved with death. Like, I don't know. I've never, well, actually, I have died once and it was pretty painful, but it is a whole nother story. Let's not get into that right now. Point being is that there's death involved and pain comes with that. So give yourself a little bit of grace as you get comfortable in your new skin. And it's okay to have, like a bit of a, not a guard up, but what I'm seeing is like maybe you hold a sword in your pocket now whenever you go into places, and before you never held a sword. You were always like, oh, let me just love and welcome everybody, but now you have a little bit more caution about you, and that's okay. It will be appropriate when it's necessary, and you'll put it down when it's not. Okay, that's the last I have of that, whatever cluster that redonkulousness was. I'm just gonna have to watch this on the replay and make sense of it. So I do, like I said, I pulled a few more random cards. First random card, prophetic dreams. You might be having those. You might be having those to write down your dreams or take a dream log, do a dream journal video, whatever. Your dreams are really, really important right now. So document those. And then the other card that came forward was charm boxes. So I felt called to actually pull from my charm boxes. I will do after I let Amanda do some talking because Kristen's had the talking stick for a while. Last one on this little like set of cards is candle centering meditation spell. So for those of you that enjoy doing candle meditations and spells, working with candle magic, now is a great time to do that. So just a little encouragement. And if you're not sure of how to do that or you want to know, connect with me in the Discord. We'll do that. We do those all the time here in the Cove. So you're in good company. All right, last little bit. Card number 33, Imaginarium. I kind of want to read this one from the book because it's been a while since I've pulled this deck. So, card number 33. I know it's Ursula. Right? Isn't that who that is? Maybe it's not. Let's see. Who is this? Feed your creative imagination. Creativity, imagination, stimulation, and uniqueness. I hope that this beguiling figure provides an example of the power of imagination. I envisioned her as a powerful, confident, feminine creature, perhaps a warrior or a leader of her people. She is a master of flexibility in uncertain situations and personifies fluid grace. As evidenced by her tentacles, her mysterious smile and intelligent eyes exude unpredictability, while the pink roses reflect her gentle and happy nature. People often ask in relation to my art, where did you get your ideas from? I'm influenced by information coming from all sorts of sources, including films, books, dreams, or walks in the countrysides. Parts of these experiences combined with other memories and themes spark my imagination and inspire the subjects I paint. A vivid, creative imagination is one of the most valuable tools an artist can possess. Our ability to use our imagination influences everything we do and think about. By pursuing activities such as reading, storytelling, or creating art, we can feed our imaginations. These activities, while being stimulating and rewarding in their own right, also enhance mental flexibility and improve our problem-solving abilities. I dream my painting, I paint my dream. Vincent van Gogh. Okay, Amanda, over to you, my dear.
Spirit has jokes. Spirit has so many jokes. Okay. So I got like a solid past life one here because apparently I tapped into something. So I got deep knowing, top wood, and thinker. So what I got with this was basically an image of Cinderella just daydreaming while she's doing her housework and being very, very bored of the housework and wanting another life and knowing that this isn't, I'm combining like Cinderella and Belle here, but knowing she's meant for more than just doing the housework. But like this life that I'm channeling, I'm very much seeing this girl in rags just sweeping the floor and dreaming of this amazing life while she's doing it. And the message that I got with that is your dreams are really, really powerful. And it's really like daydreams, night dreams, doesn't matter. It's the best way to manifest is to dream of the life that you want, to put that out there. And with the deep knowing card, that one is telling me that she already knows that she's meant for more than just hanging around this house doing the chores. And that's why she's having these dreams. So her intuition is telling her that this life is out there and that she can have it. She just needs to reach for it. So that's the message that's coming through is whatever you're dreaming of, whatever you're wanting to happen is going to happen. You just have to believe in those dreams that you're having and they're going to come to life.
I love that, Amanda. Look at you channeling past life. See, I said we set the channel, we get it open, we figure out what comes through. Everybody has the ability to do everything. I fully believe that. So, yay! Past life visions are fun and really hard to interpret live. So, good job. That was good. You should give yourself just a little bit of at least a pat on the back. So. Also, hi, Sue. Oh my gosh, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. Uh, just taking a moment to welcome in all of our amazing friends. I'm a little confused. Charlie, you said it doesn't work. I'm not sure what it doesn't work is, but if you want to specify down in the chat, give us a little more info on that. We can do that. And Jessica, I'm glad that you're doing good. And all right, I feel, are we ready to do offer readings for people, Amanda? We feeling good about it?
Yeah, that last one was like a whole story that
Heck yeah.
then so that was fun. But yeah, that was the last one that Spirit had for me.
I've got charms, but I'm gonna wait till the very end. I'm gonna do the charms at the very end. So if you are somebody who really loves charms, you're gonna want to stick around. Okay. All right. So I saw that we have a 333. So if you have not yet and you would like a reading, please feel free to drop a 333 down in the chat so we know that you would like one. But we have Lala, we have Mike, we have Jen, and we have Jessica. So Amanda, do you care how we do this? Do you want to just rock, paper, scissors? Do you want to just let me do them and you can channel something additional? How do we feel?
Yeah, I wasn't like Spirit wasn't screaming anything at me this time. So
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know. Oh,
I think,
I'm pulling for Jen.
huh? You're pulling for Jen? Okay. Okay, I was gonna say I feel called to pull at least one past life card for everyone that drops a 333 down in the chat, and then I would feel like if Amanda, if there's additional that you want to add on, or if you have other people that you want to call for, then that sounds really good. Feel good about it. Oh man, my nose is itchy. My nose is so itchy, which happens. But past life energy is always really nose itchy because my ancestors, it's like their way of trying to get a hold of me, and they're like, and I'm like, I hear you, okay.
Oh, is that what that is? Because I almost never get an itchy nose. That's not one of my things. My thing is yawning.
Hi, Sarah. Welcome in. Sarah, you've always got perfect timing. Okay, I'm gonna just go down literally from the top of Amanda, from the 333s that I'm seeing down. So if I said your name earlier, I know Lala, you were in there. Drop me an additional 333 so I can see you guys all in one space. Okay, because I want to go down the line. I'm gonna keep myself organized. Organized. Whoa, that was insane. Charlie, I'm excited for yours. Yours jumped out at me. Whoa, so did Sarah's. Okay. Hi, guys. What's up now? We can't do this for everybody. Okay, let's get real clear, Spirit. Spirit's
Okay,
like,
while you pulling them, I got Jen's reading.
sweet. I'm only pulling these 4 before I do more because this is.
Okay, so Jen, you got Enchanted Fern Grotto, Refuge, and Unicorn, Purity. And I'm actually going to read... Oh, okay. I gotta point this out because I've never seen that before. So, my camera sucks. But she's holding this unicorn in her hand, which is like next to impossible to see. But I just noticed that. So you're holding all the tools in your hand right now that you need to move forward. But I'm going to read from the book too, because that's what they're telling me to do. But that one just jumped out at me, that you're holding everything in your hands right now. All the magic is in your hands. All right, so that was too far. That's not the right book. That was weird. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay, so the Enchanted Fern Grotto. This is the time to go within. Seek and find your inner refuge. Take time for deliberation and reflection. In times of retreat, you can truly hear the voice of your soul. If you've been pushing hard or struggling to keep going, this is the time to be still and nurture your inner world. Draw nourishment from the wellspring within you. Think carefully about decisions you make at this time. If possible, put them off. Now is not a good time to make life-changing choices. Instead, take the time to create a foundation for the future. Retreat and reflect on your heart's true desire. Proceed with care and deliberations as you make plans. Listen to your inner guidance. Fern grottos have a feeling of peace as you enter. Many are known to be places where magic resides, perhaps the homes of fairies and elves. Allow the energy of the sacred space to fill you. Know that you can be yourself and truly relax. And then the unicorn. So this card can appear when you are ready to step into the innocence of a child and see the world with the eyes of wonder. Traditionally, unicorns represent purity, innocence, hope, faith, high ideals, and miracles. When you stop looking at the world through the lens of your past, you'll find how fresh and wondrous the universe truly is. The past doesn't need to define you. You know that life can begin fresh and new. This card can also appear when there's a need for inner purification and renewal. Take time to release what doesn't serve and support you in life, and watch the miracles unfold. Unicorns are also symbols of miracles, magic, and enchanted living. The legendary creature can call the seemingly impossible into reality. If you have a dream that has eluded you for a while, this card is letting you know that all things are possible. The purity of your heart is emerging, and it's time for sweet innocence to flood your being. Purify your life, step into your innate innocence, and believe in miracles. They're coming. So there you go.
Yay! I love that. Thank you, Amanda. I wanted to just intersect real quick. I saw Charlie said, I hope I'm saying your name right. I have no idea. I hope. But you mentioned about dreams and it not working. So we've done so many talks on dreams and practices and ways that you can utilize that. So I'm not going to dive into the whole bit. But right now, just my little tip from me to you, genuinely sleeping with amethyst under your pillow is super great. Also, kyanite is another great tool to have by your bed if you're trying to help enhance your dreams. Drinking mugwort tea doesn't taste super great. Awesome for your dreams. Also, if you enjoy a little smoke, not super great for your dreams. So taking a break can help with that. And then also just really like setting a bedtime schedule and a routine is another really great way to be able to dive into those dreams. And just also side note, making video logs, like if you're tired when you first wake up and you don't want to write it down, just making a note of whatever it is that you remember, even if you think it's not important, it will build over time and it will make sense over time. So it's not so much about understanding it right away, but building a practice in it. So I send you lots of love and I hope that helps.
I was also called to let Shaylee know to carry peacock ore with her because that's going to help. Don't know why. That's just the message I got. Peacock ore.
I'm going to have to look into peacock ore now. That sounds beautiful.
Oh, I have a piece. I'll show it to you later. But it's for it's for luck and miracles. But it's sparkly and it's blue and it's purple and it's really, really pretty. But it just brings it brings joy and luck and prosperity into your life.
I love that. Thank you, Amanda.
Welcome.
All right. Well, Amanda, you are the one getting us started on our reading for tonight. So moving into individual readings now. So for those of you that are here, again, if you have not yet put your 333 down in the chat, please do so. But I'm going to hold space for individual past life readings. So if this resonates for you and you're listening, great. But I'm really focusing in on the specific person that I'm speaking to. So for Amanda, this message is for you. The past life that comes forward for you now, you were male by birth, but you felt more connected to your female side. You were someone who had a wealthy family and the ability to not really have this be a hindrance to you, whereas other people in your community did not have the freedoms that you had. Birds were very significant to you in this lifetime. You utilized them to send messages. So I am seeing specifically hawks and ravens for different messages. And you were also someone who began to dive into druidic culture, nature, walking with the spirit world through that lens. You were very curious about the world and what it offered. In this particular lifetime, there's lilies in this picture too, and they're not even defined. I don't even. Where's my camera? Hold on. I can't see myself. Okay, lilies. So, anyways, but you had magic in you in this lifetime that you were not able to fully express. It was very much kept underneath you. Like even you didn't know the magic that you held in this lifetime. So the reason why this is coming forward for you now is because you have magic inside of you that you know how to share and express and wield, and so you're able to do that, which is like healing this past version of you. I feel like this particular past life wants to guide you through the transition you're in right now. I actually don't feel like this isn't a you healing that life. This is actually them healing you in this life. So just if you're seeing birds as guides and symbols, listen to the messages that they're sending you. If you feel called to travel or learn about new cultures, allow yourself to dive into that and take more walks in nature. I know it's cold right now, so it's not realistic, but just whenever you can, allow yourself to play meditative practice through nature. But there also may be male figures that are able to live in balance with their feminine energy that are going to be significant to you in this lifetime. So that's for you, Amanda.
I gotta point a couple of things out. I'm currently being followed by both hawks and ravens on a daily basis, so that's funny. But the lilies that you pointed out in that card, my uncle basically creates new lilies. He's got a lily farm and he breeds lilies. The one that he bred that he named after me looks exactly like the lily in that card.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I keep hearing, the song I've sang in the past, but it's red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the boyne. But my love is fairer than any. 'Twas down by Killarney's green woods that we strayed, where the moon and the stars, they were shining. The moon shone its rays on her locks of golden hair, and she swore she'd be my love forever. Amanda, it looks like it's making you think.
Yeah,
Do
because
you need the
I've
rest of the
never,
song?
no, I've never heard that song before, and yet, like, it's clearly Irish. But one of my past lives heard it because like it clicked in me, but I've never heard that song before in this life.
I haven't sang that for you guys. Anyways, it's a really important song for me in my past life. So, uh, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Time to move on to Mike. Thank you for letting me share. I appreciate you. And Amanda, as I go on, if you feel called to add in after I'm done, feel free to do so, okay? But I'm gonna try and get down this list of people. And Shaylee, I see you, Shaylee, and Saria, I see you as well. So thank you all, and we'll get to you guys. But Mike, this message is for you. All right, so all right, Mike, this past life, you were an inventor, you were creative, you were a thinker, you were a theorist, a philosopher. You might even have dabbled a little bit in the performing arts. You had a love that was very sweet and very special and divine to you in this lifetime. And this love was someone that, without even a breath or a heartbeat, you would do absolutely anything for. She was someone who was very educated and not necessarily high status, but just maybe higher than you in that lifetime, okay? And so you felt like you needed to um, really go above and beyond or work harder to be able to align with this love or to be worthy of their love. Like they wanted to be with you and you wanted to be with them, but it was like you spent a lot of your time trying to prove your worth to them. And because of this, it looks like you made a dealing with someone who posed themselves as a good person, who had a really good product or something for you to be behind. And it ended up being that they swindled you. They weren't really good. The product wasn't really good, whatever it was. But you got tied up with them. And so your name got sort of tarnished. And this situation that happened ended up making it so that you ended up not being with this love, this person in this lifetime. And so moving forward, the reason why it's important in this lifetime is because you're working through healing, being able to trust others, and especially when it comes to dealings or collaborating or working with others, you might find that to be a bit of a challenge in this lifetime, and so you'll work through that. But there's also an element of understanding your personal worth and understanding that this worth does not come from this person. This worth does not come from these achievements. The worth does not come from anything outside of you. See yourself as the magic, worthy, wonderful person that you are, and everything in your life will align with that. Okay, that's all I have. Okay, Amanda's got one for you.
I'm hoping this resonates. Only one card came up. It was Bluebeard's wife, and I'm having to read from the book. So it says, be careful, and be careful once more. Something is quite unhealthy in here, and the deep dark secret is hidden somewhere. Watch every step you make. Be cautious. Be warned. Don't be fooled by a golden appearance. Your opponent is sly and cruel. Go find the truth. It probably won't be very pretty, but you have to face that last. Then gather your allies around you to help you overcome this enemy. That's it.
That flow is perfect. I mean, really, divine, perfect. All right, that was for you, Mike. The next person on the list is Shaylee. Shaylee. Okay, Shaylee. First of all, I laugh a little bit because this is the same energy that we were talking about in the collective with the Knight of Wands and the love. The masculine energy. So I'm just laughing because this is just a confirmation for you that yes, these messages are for you tonight, which is always fun when we have new friends that join in and spirit gives you a little extra like confirmation. Yes, you are where you're supposed to be and these messages are for you. But my dear beautiful Shaylee, this past life love was a young love. And I'm almost seeing like 15, 16, which in this lifetime might not have been young, but regardless, passionate, passionate young love. You two were inseparable. You were like made of the same flesh, walking in separate bodies. You two knew each other like your in-breath was their out-breath. Your right arm moved with the left. Your as you took a step, they took a step. It was like you two were so in sync. You were so in harmony with one another. And really, the only message that's coming for you, my dear Shaylee, is that this particular past life love wants to find you in this life. They want to come forward for you. They want to bring this energy of this oneness, this connectedness, this beingness that you shared and had. They want to be able to experience that in this life with you now. And the challenge is finding one another, putting the universe out and trusting that you two will come together. I am seeing that this is someone who has not come into your life yet, but they are on their way. How far on their way? It kind of depends on the steps they take and the steps you take and divine timing and all that good jazz. But what Spirit wants you to know is to treat every day as though this love already exists. If this is what you want, if this person is who you're calling in, live as though they are here with you now. Make your decisions based from a place of love. And trust that as you walk, believing that this love is for you, that this love desires you, that you are worthy of it, and you will accept it with open arms as it arrives for you. Every day that you embrace that energy, you embody that as you move forward, you will call it in step by step. And when it comes, you will know without a doubt who they are and what role they play in your life, because you will have walked every day until they came into your life as though they were right beside you. That's all I have for you, my dear beautiful Shaylee. Amanda, do you have anything additional to add? Okay. I guess the bottom deck energy for you, Shaylee, is the Eight of Wands. So for now, you may have a lot of suitors that come your way that pose to be this love, that pretend to be, they embody it and they have certain energies and they make you think and remind you of this love. But it's not here just yet. So confirmation B of yes, they're not in your life just yet, but also you're still part of your path, part of your journey is working through the ones that are not meant for you so that you can find the one that is. So, okay, that's all I have for you, my dear beautiful Shaylee. And then we move on to Sarah. And after Sarah, we'll do Jessica, and then we'll do Sue, and then we'll do Lala, and then we'll do Jen, and then we'll do Saria. Saria. And yeah, so like I said, we're here for collective tonight. So if you are here, the message is for you, my dear beautiful Sarah. All right, Sarah. You have the Temperance and the Devil, which is a really, really powerful energy to be walking with in a past life. So let's see, what is this past life? Okay. This is interesting, Sarah. All right. Sarah, your past life that is coming forward for you now is in it's interesting. I can't quite tell if it's human or not. I'm a little curious. It might be um very connected to this is okay, this is what it is. This is what it is. There is a time where we existed all together. So where humans existed with the fairies, existed with the trolls, existed with the dragons, everything was able to coexist together. And so this lifetime was then, okay? You were like a little farm girl, like your family owned land or cattle. I'm seeing some sort of livestock, and you were like the youngest or the third youngest. Like you were not an important person in your family, and so you spent a lot of time kind of off on your own. Your family, the men in your family worked and the girls in your family worked, but because you were young and there were so many other eyes to be looked at, it's not that you were like not loved or anything. You were loved, but you had a lot of free time, a lot of things to do on your own. You kind of directed your own how you existed. And one day you were wandering a little too far and you wandered into a space with a fairy girl. And this fairy girl taught you a lot of things. She shared many secrets of the world and the connections and the energies that exist. And you formed a really beautiful bond with one another. But it wasn't super healthy. It wasn't the healthiest relationship because it became to a point where it was time for you to go off into your life. You got older. You were no longer a young girl. You had responsibilities within your family and within your community. And it was really hard for you to stop seeing this fairy girl because you would continue to go and meet up with her and share experiences, but she couldn't join you on your real world, things. And so there's a dual message for you, Sarah, being able to see that that wisdom can come to you in this lifetime. You can tap into that. But also there's a particular message here about your relationship with sister-like people that have that role of being family, friend, someone who's more to you than just a normal connection. And you may struggle with falling into codependent behaviors, maybe even having attractions for people that are just supposed to be friends. But really, your goal in this lifetime is to work through balancing those relationships, finding the beauty in the highs and the lows, and really breaking out of those like toxic codependent behaviors that may form. And I'm not saying that this is like a problem or anything, but just like seeing where those relationships have taught you. And yes, that's it. That's all I have for you. Sarah, Amanda has something for you now.
Okay, so as soon as I picked up the deck, it told me to grab this card for you. So it's the Soulmates card, which goes perfectly with the message that you just got. So it says, you're meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, or authenticity. It's always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of them will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. That's it.
All right. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just rolling through these. I'm so sorry if I'm not seeing the chat right now, but I'm trying to just, we're knocking through them. We're knocking through them. Okay, my beautiful Jessica Rabbit, this message is for you, my dear. I'm just laughing. Jessica, I feel like we have shared a very shared similar timeline when it comes to this. So I resonate a lot with your energy and the messages that always come forward for you. So Jessica, your past life that's coming forward is a past life love that is like twin flame, soulmate connection, meant to be, continued to come into each other's lives to teach one another, to grow and to learn more about yourself, more about one another, and more about the world. I'm not going to go into it. You already know who I'm talking about. You know who they are in this lifetime anyways. This past lifetime, you two met when you were children, and you came from very similar backgrounds. Your families were of similar lineage. And what I'm seeing is almost like whoever your families were, the way that you were both born into your families, it was like both families kind of hoped that you two would hit it off later in life. But they didn't pressure you into it. It wasn't like an arranged situation, but it was just like, I don't know, the family kind of had a feeling. I'm seeing blue eyes. And in this lifetime, this past life love was someone who really doted on you. They really, they showered you with their love and affection in a very cute way. It was like you were their sweetheart. And every day they wanted you to wake up and feel loved and know that you were special. Not a day went by that they wouldn't pick a flower for you or sing a song to bring a smile to your face, or they wanted you to see the beauty in life because they saw the beauty of life through your eyes. Like when your eyes sparkled because life was beautiful, it made them happy, it brought them joy. You guys had a really powerful, strong relationship. I mean, I could go into what happened. You fell in love, you got married, you had a family. It was a very successful lifetime. A bunch of abundance and joy in this lifetime. But what I see for you, why it's important in this lifetime, is because that connection formed bonds that show up as codependency and toxicity in this lifetime, because we don't live in the same world. It's not the same life. You have these feelings and you remember these emotions that are connected to something that does not exist in this here and now, but you feel it as though it is here and now because you're connected to it as though it is, because energy never dies. It exists and moves on. And so what Spirit's hoping this help for you is being able to see this person for who they are, for how they show up and how they exist for you in this life. And let that be what it's like. Let that be the fire that allows you to burn away the codependent and toxic cords that you have left, because there's really not anything bad between this. It's just a matter of evolving, because that's what you two are meant to do for each other. And so in this lifetime, you're working through those patterns and behaviors. So just continue doing what you're doing. Seeing them for who they are now here is going to be helpful for you. But don't forget about the beauty that comes with this past life. Don't forget about it. It still holds the value that it deserves to hold in this lifetime. So also, last bit, they want to nurture and nourish and watch you grow in whatever way. They're not taking action on it. They're not actually pouring into it, but they do have desires and thoughts and feelings about it. Okay, I'm done. That's done. Thank you, Spirit. Appreciate it. Amanda, do you have anything to add? Okay. That was long-winded and way more than I should have got, but okay, here we are. Let's do it. The next person, the next message. This is for my dear, beautiful Sue. Sue, this message is for you. And then we'll do Lala, and then we'll do Jen, and then we'll do Saria, and then we're done, as far as I can see. Okay. Sue, the card that came forward for you in your past life was the Judgment card. And I actually asked for extra and had to really work through it, because this is a really interesting energy that I'm not sure how to read, because it's not from this. This is a life. Okay. This is a lifetime that you spent in the ethereal realm, in the spirit realm, being a spirit guide, being not an angel, so to speak, but a sort of angel. Like, you were a sort of angel for people. Like, you kind of, what is this? What is this? I don't know what this is called. You're someone that spirit sends into people's lives as like a gust of wind to shake things up, or to send them in the direction they need, or to expose what needs to be exposed. But like, so it's kind of like not a great thing for a lot of people, but it is a good thing. Like, it is good. You did good, but it just, like, in this world, people may not necessarily have been like praising you for what you did. They should have been, but point being, you spent a good amount of time in the spirit realm. Okay, so that's the big message for you from this lifetime. The reason why this is coming forward for you is because it causes you a lot of turmoil and torment, and it's a struggle for you to ground and to be here in this lifetime, because of the amount of time that you've spent in the ethereal realm. It makes you feel different from others. It makes it feel like you can't understand others or yourself sometimes. And so for you, my dear, beautiful Sue, the guidance for you moving from this lifetime is to not be so hard on yourself, and to not allow how different you are or how unique you are to be something that makes you feel like you have to hold yourself back or seclude yourself or stay away. Just let yourself be different. It's okay if people don't understand you. It's okay if you go into a space and you be your authentic self and nobody understands you and you leave, and that's still just as valid of an experience. Don't stop being you just because others don't get it. And don't keep yourself up at night worrying and wondering how you could be better for people to connect with, or da-da-da-da-da. Just keep loving you for who you are, okay? That's the big message I have for you, Sue. Linda, anything to add? Or okay, sweet. Feeling it. All right, let's do it. Lala, my dear, beautiful Lala. My message for you. I kind of want to go ahead and pull through Jen and Saria, so that way all my cards are out. Jen, my beautiful Jen. What's the rest of that song that I was singing? Nope, I don't remember. Whoa. Okay. That in yonder garden grows, fair is the lily of the valley, clear is the water that flows from the point. But my love is fairer than any. All right. Who are we on right now? Lala. Lala. For you, I have the death card as the bottom of the deck, followed by the star. So this is just a general message for you about understanding that you are, as well as everybody else in this live, going through a death and a transformation into the true you. Your past life, very much in the same vein as our dear Jessica. We're talking about this love. Okay, who started this? Who started this love?
I blame you every single time.
Me?
Yes,
you blame me.
Yeah.
What did I don't.
I also blame Lala because when the three of us get together, it immediately becomes a love reading.
I didn't know Sarah was in on it either. Well, all right. Lala, this is about your divine masculine, your twin flame, your soulmate, your partner in life, whatever you want to call it, the thing, the person, the energy that exists that's meant for you, okay? Past life. Okay, all right. Ooh, all right, I see it. This is actually kind of interesting, Lala. So this past life, Lala, take what resonates. You and your lover were both female, and you were not accepted by your community because you were very loud and proud about your pride of your love for one another. You were very loud about it because it was a beautiful love. Why should you not be loud about it? Okay, go you, but you were way before your time. If you'd have been born in this lifetime, which you are now, but if that version of you was born now, you'd have been great. But in this lifetime, you made everybody in the town hate you bad, and they called you guys witches and cast you out. And so you two left the community and the society and the families that you grew up in. You left it all behind and you went off into your created your own worlds with one another. What's interesting is what I see for you in this past life is when you and your lover left the city or the town, the community, whatever, went off into the woods is really what I'm seeing. This like a cave or woods scene, something like that. You guys like really merged into some beautiful bomb divine feminine. Like it's like after you left the city, you were no longer two, you became one and just really embodied this divine feminine energy. You were the empress of empresses, and the two of you together were absolutely unstoppable. I mean, you guys, when it came to this lifetime and what you wanted to achieve, the sky was the limit. But coming out of the cave and stepping into the empress energy was the biggest challenge for you two, because it was almost like you felt feral coming out of the cave, like not sure how to be fully in this empress energy, but you did it somehow. They're not really showing me what happened in between the two. I'm just seeing like it's like night and day difference between not taking action and taking action. So really for you, Lala, in this lifetime, being in this embodied feminine energy and focusing in on exactly what is meant for you, but then also understanding when it's time to walk away from what's not meant for you and allowing that to be in the past. Okay, that's all I have for you, Lala. I'm starting to feel my energy go, so I want to make sure I get through the last two people before we end the night. Thank you, Lala. I love you dearly. I'm going to move on, unless Amanda has anything to add.
No, Spirit told me that I'm done for the night. I'm just getting musical messages at this point. Lala's was Mr. Brightside.
What's Mr. Brightside?
By the Killers.
Nice. Sweet.
You said coming out of a cave, and then I got the whole song.
Yes. You're still channeling, my dear.
Yeah. Just not cards. It's just all songs.
All right, Jen, and then Sierra. Wow, I've been saying your name wrong the entire night. It's definitely Sierra. All right, anyways, point being, Jen, this message is for you and your past life. This is funny. Hey, Jen, have you been here all night? Because a lot of these messages probably resonate with you. There's all of these cards we've pulled already, except for one. Okay, Jen, this past life. Why, Spirit? I need a minute. Okay. I'm not red in the face, you're red in the face. Okay, I'm not embarrassed. Okay. That got me really. Amanda, help. Okay. Whew. Breathe. Let's.
I can't talk. Why are we good friends?
All right, Jen. Whatever Spirit just showed me is not important for the message that is being delivered right now. You and your partner, because we're on a love message. We're on a love message ream at this point. So all of our past lives. Okay, back focus. Let's be here. You be here now. All right, Jen. Okay, Jen. Your past life that they're showing me, you were someone who, again, wealthy, high status in society. I've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Wands. And they're just showing me a threesome. Okay, it is what it is. I'm beating around the bush right now and I can't anymore. So you had two females and one male in this connection. And what I see is that both females held very high levels of status in what they did and how they contributed to society. And when it came to the relationship, one female was the baby provider, and the other female was the financial or decision-making provider. And the male in this connection was the one who went out into the city and the communities to make connections and to bring in that abundance to the family. So it worked very well for you guys to be this threesome couple. Everybody held their role. Everybody did what was meant for them, and it worked very peacefully and it flowed very well. The reason why I'm being awkward about it is because there was a tension between the three of you, because over time the male began to give his attention and his affections more towards one of the females, and it was the female that was the one who was bringing in more of the financial abundance, the decision-making one, not the one that was birthing, which I'm feeling you were more of the energy of the one that was giving birth and was the motherly figure of the family. And so it really broke your heart to have your, not because not only did this, divide your heart, but it also divided you between your female counterpart as well, because you began to resent her and not trust her, and things got complicated, to say the least. And so in this lifetime, the reason why this is important is because it's almost like you were left with a certain bone to pick for this masculine, because of his affections leading more towards this other person. It's like nothing was wrong, everything was great, but it was just kind of like you felt like you contributed more to the family and that you deserved to have a certain level of comfort throughout the rest of your life. And this masculine was just not supporting and providing that because they were focused on their desires and connecting with the things that they wanted. And so in this lifetime, it's really important for you to be able to speak up for what you desire and what you need for yourself, and also to be able to nurture your own body and your own self. This also is probably why you didn't have kids in this lifetime, just a side note. But also there's an important message from this past lifetime of you that is asking you to take action on your creative endeavors, to be someone who you don't feel like you are. It's like you're this energy of this embodied feminine mother energy, but you're wanting to be more of this, the financial abundant decision making. It's like you're wanting to be what this masculine desired in this past life. You're trying to lean more into that energy. And that's a good thing for you. Spirit says that's good, because what I see for you, really, again, along the lines of twin flame connections, you were both of those females in that past life, and you're now one in this past life. The male is still the male, and you are both in one now in this life. So you're merging her. So there's parts of you that you may just feel like, resentful towards or dislike towards. It's because it's this past version, female version of you that you're trying to reconcile with. So give yourself grace. Understand that it's a work in progress to combine ourselves when we have split in the past. So hold space for yourself in that. But also just understand that both sides of you are valid and hold their space and are needed. At no point, at any point in this lifetime, should you squelch or squander either sides of you. Let them both breathe and exist and coexist as they should, in support with one another. Yeah, okay. That's it for my dear Jen. And then I already forgot how to say it. What is it? Saria? I don't know how to pronounce it, but last message for you. And then we're done for tonight because we're tired. Let's do it. Saria. This is interesting. This is almost underworld energy. Like Hades type energy. In fact, you might resonate with Hades and Persephone. I don't know what your gender is, but if you don't know the story of Hades and Persephone, please look it up. I'm not going to dive into it right now, but please look it up. It's important. There's information in there for you. Specifically the connection between Hades and Persephone. They had a totally dysfunctional relationship, but it worked for them. Okay. This particular masculine, and this is, again, it's a very androgynous energy, but this masculine energy is ready to take action at a pace that works for them. In the exact time that they see the step to move forward, they will take it, and not a moment before then, because they have gone into their depths and they have understood themselves on a level that you will never see because you are not them. You are you. And you understand your own depths, which is beautiful. And so together, you create this dynamic energy of expansive growth. But there's a message here of patience and trust, of listening to intuitive nudges that are sent to you. And Spirit just said, it's time to go to bed, Kristen. All right, fine. It's time to go to bed. If you want more, if you guys are interested in more of those, please feel free to reach out to me and we'll dive into your past lives and we'll do all the things and send it healing and whatever you need to know. But I'm canceling myself for tonight. I'm done. I love you all so, so, so much. This has been an absolute blast being able to do past life readings like this. I don't think we've ever done this before, so thank you all so much for joining me today, for being here in this space. I really appreciate you all. I'm really grateful for the messages that we've sent, and namaste. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I love you dearly. Connect with us in the Cove Discord server. The link is down below the profile. If you haven't yet, please feel free to press the thumbs up button to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned. Meditation Monday is right around the corner. We wake up bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, and we do a little bit of meditation to start the week off with inspiration and love. So feel free to join us there. And also next week, we've got the 22nd happening, which is just a magical energy portal day. So who knows? It's also a new moon. So we'll probably do something small in the Cove, maybe live messages. We'll see. I love you all. Big hugs. Oh, hi, Louisa. Welcome for joining. Namaste. Have an absolutely beautiful rest of your day. Bye. Love splash. See you later. Happy Friday. Amanda, I'm so